Show
on 100.7 Double.
And I'll have passes here on the show for you around 3:50 and then all next week. But we're going back out on the Nautica Queen. A couple of weeks away, the 26th. It's Captain Fun's Floating Fandango.
Oh, I'm so excited for this.
As am I. So I'm going to be out tonight and tomorrow night handing out tickets. I'm going to be at Dina's Pizza and Pub on Memphis Avenue tonight from 8 to 10, if you can make it there, right in Cleveland. And then tomorrow night, I'm going to be in Lakewood at Game On from 8 to 10 with Bud Light. Getting people hooked up with tickets to join us on the return of the Alan Cox Show cruise. We'll all be there. Poundcake's mom is going to be there. He'll be there. Bill will be there. Are you rolling solo or you got a plus one?
I mean, I got some friends that are coming. Like, Pants is gonna come. He's gonna bring his lady, but I don't think I'm gonna bring a date.
Lady.
Because what if there's some people on the boat that want to hang out?
You can't be bringing sand to the beach.
Exactly.
Guardians are hoping to split this series against the Blue Jays. Top of the fifth, it is 2-1 Cleveland. They lost last night. Last two games have been 1-0 games, with Toronto and Cleveland each winning those. A lot. I was doing a pre-show lap here. Lot of Blue Jays fans in town.
Yeah,
they are repping here in Cleveland.
They like to come to Cleveland to see. They travel every time the Blue Jays are in town. Even the Raptors, they will travel to Cleveland because it's not that far.
It's about 4.5 hours.
Yeah, so they're like, hey, let's make a little trip.
Sure. Let's go see.
We've actually gotten a kind of good reputation as a good city to come to for those fans. Like, they like coming to Cleveland and checking it out. They like the food scene. They like the it's tropical compared to Toronto.
Right. Yeah.
Like, this is amazing.
Well, they're closer to the fires up there, too.
Yeah.
But, they come to see everything that Cleveland has to offer. And nobody walks away displeased.
And I went to Toronto to see everything they had to offer.
That's a fun town. Love Toronto.
I haven't been to Toronto since I was a kid.
First nude beach experience. Yeah. And I think I got it out of my system. I think I'm good.
Got it out of your system.
But now you're going to be all...
I was going to say,
you get all these muscles and stuff, and now you're giving up on the nude beach? Come on.
I was going to say...
What do you mean you got it out of your system?
Because I did it. It was on my bucket list, and now, I got it over with. And it's something that I wouldn't even feel comfortable doing in the States.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what all my friends were doing it, so I didn't want to be the lame one to not do it. And it's on an island, so it's on you got to take a little ferry to get to the island, and that's where the beach is. And literally,
was it weird to see all your friends naked?
No, I've seen all of them naked before, so that was one of the things that made me feel comfortable because I already seen them naked, so it wasn't a big deal.
In Poundcake's world, seeing your friends naked is what makes you comfortable. That's what puts you at ease.
But I've seen them poop. I've seen them in every type of intimate setting. So really, it was.
Your friends are naked when they poop?
Sometimes.
Well, he went with his friends that he lived with, so they had a very intimate relationship because they had that bathroom
it's connected at the master and then the hallway.
Right.
Yeah. So I would just be in there pooping, and they're like, "I'm gonna take a shower," or vice versa. I'm in the shower. They're gonna poop. So yeah, it wasn't them that was the problem. It was me. I don't know what it was about public nudity. It was almost like, it is a taboo. You're not supposed to be nude in public. So just getting over that was a thing. And I think after I did it, it was like adrenaline first. And then I'm like, oh, well, I look better than a lot of the people out here. All the people that I wanted to see naked had tight little Speedos on.
Oh, yeah, nothing will make you feel better about yourself than going to a nude beach.
Yeah.
Or a show at a nudist reserve or something like that.
And it's more of a control thing. I can't control who sees me naked and who doesn't. That's why I don't send nudes, because I'm like, I want to show you naked, but I can show you in person rather than I know if I send you this picture, you're going to show it to 50 of your friends saying, hey, I got Poundcake on my phone. So it's just a control thing. But
good for them for having so many friends.
Right.
I don't know.
To send it to everybody. No. Well, but also, I've only had my entire life, I've had 3 male roommates. I had 2 in college. I had one summer after college. I never saw any of them naked.
See, and that's weird to me because...
But you and your roommates are all gay.
But no, I'm talking about in college, though. Oh. In college, this was their words, not mine. You know who your best friend is because it's the only person you see their D more than yours. That was their saying.
I don't see anyone's D more than mine.
They would sometimes,
and they didn't either.
They would pants people like people within our house. Like they would. I've gotten pants before. They would get pantsed. Sometimes they would just, I don't know, troll you. They thought it was funny to walk out of the shower naked, like without a towel. Like they would do stuff like that all the time.
So gay dudes are always trying to show their dong.
These guys weren't gay.
Poundcake.
No, he's talking about the dudes that he was with in college.
Sweetie, I know he is. Bill, did you know I know you didn't go to college, but know a lot of straight guys walking around pulling other dudes' pants down?
It's like a military environment. Like if you're around these guys all the time, it really, and this is coming from a gay guy, it really wasn't even sexual. Honestly, it was. No,
I understand that. I get it. It's like frat boy behavior.
Yes, it was literally like that.
But it's all very homoerotic.
Sure.
I mean, there's nothing. Well, that's what I'm saying.
And I was in heaven when
you loved it.
No, after a while, it just got annoying because, like, I'm literally with my friends, and then they would pants me.
You're like, guys, I'm trying to keep my pants up. All right, would you stop pantsing me?
And
stop pulling my pants down.
And then people would start to get jealous because, again, I would bring home guys, and they saw how easy it was for me to hook up. And when they didn't score, they would be like, "Oh, well, this is some BS. I'm just gonna go C block." So they would.
Poundcake doesn't even have to pull that guy's pants down. He takes them off himself.
Yeah.
What is his secret?
They would walk up my fire escape and like bang on my window.
Man, it's one thing to like be goof around during just like the day, but like when they're trying to C block, like that's
actively
not cool.
Or like I would bring after I would be done.
That's where you get it. That's
just weird.
I would walk down and like walk them out. And if one of my roommates was there, I would introduce them because that was the polite thing to do. And one of them was like, "Oh, I don't need to know your name. I'm never going to see you again." Literally to his face.
All the time that they could have spent trying to get laid, they wasted trying to keep you from getting laid.
But
knocking on the window.
Though.
I know. Oh, you're going to plow
work.
right through. I get it. I mean,
So, I mean, I just knew where they stood, and that was like, that's fine. But it was just funny because whatever they would try to C-block me, it would almost like make the guy laugh. He's like, "Oh, you have really fun roommates." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." Now get back down there.
Really fun.
Yeah,
get back to work.
They're really fun.
Oh my God, is this like this all
You're
the
like,
time?
yeah, less talking and more whatever and
gawking.
They really want to make sure you're okay. They really want to make sure that I'm not hurting you. I'm like, yeah.
And again, all that is why I didn't live with a bunch of dudes.
It was $240 a month, Alan. I couldn't
don't
afford.
care. I lived in a closet.
In college?
But no, after college.
This is in college.
Well, I lived in the dorms in college.
I
didn't have an apartment until after college.
I lived in the dorms 2 years. I lived in Bolger Hall at University of Akron, 13th floor.
Lived all 4 years in the dorms. Loved it.
And then I lived on Exchange Street Apartments, which was literally like a dorm. It was the most expensive dorm, but it was an apartment. And that was like hella expensive. And when I was presented with the offer to live with the guys, I was like, I pretty much am over here every day anyways. Might as well just pay rent. And it was $240 a month. I would have I didn't care.
No, I get it.
Like I would have tolerated a lot for $240 a month.
But I was willing to pay decades of student loans just to live by myself in college.
I had an apartment that was $240. It was just a little efficiency apartment in Tremont. But man, $240 a month.
Living alone now is lonely. I can't imagine
You're lonely living alone?
It's the best.
I love it so much.
It's empty still. Like, yes, it feels lonely. Like, I just was hitting my pen last night and, like, watching a movie. I'm like, this is real lonely.
Bring people over.
Well, I know you're going to the gym, but now I think that you are living by yourself. I think you need to go do, like, trivia or, like, get out of your house more regularly so you're not just sitting home by yourself.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a lot of money either.
There's activities that you can figure out. Just so you're not such a lonely boy. Maybe get a dog.
Plus, stop hitting the pen so much. That's just going to make you feel lonelier.
I don't hit it. I only hit it at my leisure. Like when I get home from like.
Yeah, but if you're not doing anything, then your time is all leisure time.
Mm-hmm.
But I am doing something. Like my day is not done till like 9 p.m. Like tonight, I'm going to Orange Theory after work, and I do the 8 o'clock class. I'll be done at 9. I go home. I shower. I have like maybe an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours before I go to bed. I'm like, I'm just gonna, I don't know, scroll on Instagram or watch TV and hit my pen, and then probably toss off and go to bed. That's literally all I have time to do. Everything's closed. I'm not
Come
gonna.
to High and Dry.
No.
Why not?
Because I'm not going to want to do that after I work out. I'm going to want to stay inside. It's the first time I've been in my house.
You don't ever socialize with the people that you work out with?
I did, but they...
Rejected him.
No, I mean, everyone's busy. Like I did. There was a couple people I made friends
That's what
with
they
there.
told him. Oh, boy, I'd love to. I can't. I'll see you later.
Aw, he's Paul Rudd in I Love You, Man.
Yeah.
He's got no friends.
Uh-huh. Well, all right.
And
Well, it's, you know.
I just got told this morning that, oh, yeah, I didn't feel a spark between us. They're like, just didn't want to lead John. I'm like, okay. So
That's very candid. Why waste time?
I give him credit.
Yeah,
So,
of course.
So I'm like, all right. So it's just another thing. I'm like, man, come on. I'm hanging on by a thread.
Said, okay, fine, but you're going to regret it when I win Best Sports Talker.
Yeah, right?
I could have had that.
Yeah.
You'll learn. You'll be back. All right, well, you know. Alan, my last year in the Marines, I was the substance abuse control officer and responsible for drug testing over 1,300 people. I had to watch the urine leave their body and collect in bottles. I don't have PTSD from my tour in Iraq, but I've had nightmares about having to drug test people.
Can I have that job?
Yeah,
You want to
right.
watch dudes pee?
Yes, I would. I mean,
yes, and get
yeah.
paid for it? He absolutely would.
I was looking for an alternative, to supplement my income. I would totally do that. Can I watch your remote?
Remote.
Can you put a camera there and I'll just watch?
He's like, I got myself a front hustle.
What I like to do, pee-pee poo, pee-pee poo, poo-poo. I like to do too, poo-poo, pee-pee poo. Poo-poo, pee-pee poo, poo, pee-pee, pee-pee, poo, poo, poo. Oh, pee-pee's what I like to do, pee-pee poo, pee-pee poo, poo-poo. I like to do too, poo-poo, pee-pee poo.
You know, we haven't heard from Joe from Philly for a long time, but they had their pitcher last night, who's bounced around a bit. He played for the Tigers for a minute. I think the Reds drafted him. But he got the 14th no-hitter in Phillies history last night at their home stadium. Where do the Phillies play? It used to be Veterans Field or something. And
Yeah, that was a long time ago, though.
Was it?
I don't know whether...
Probably. It's Citizens Bank Park now.
Okay.
Looking at this sign that's right in the thing. Michael Lorenzen, I think is his name, and he's the guy that pitched the 14th no-hitter in franchise history. With his whole family there.
Swung on, popped up, shallow center field. Rojas sprinting in, he's under it. He has space, makes the catch, and Michael Lorenzen has thrown the 14th no-hitter in Philadelphia Phillies history. He is being mobbed by his teammates as the Phillies shut out the Nationals 7-0.
Mobbed by his teammates. Very exciting. He's got a hot wife there. She's holding the baby. Baby doesn't care. I think it's very unsupportive of that baby to not react. You know, your dad just did something amazing. It's pretty rare.
Yeah, but when
And there
it's
you
your dad,
are,
it's
goo
like,
goo gaga, just
It's like the
spitting
way-
up on your mom's shoulder.
it's like the way our kids don't care that we're on the radio. They're like, hey, that's what he's always done. So he's expecting his dad to do this.
I
That's
guess
what
so.
you're
Even as a
supposed to
baby.
do.
Even as a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So if you're a Phillies fan, that's a big
Don't
deal.
impress me much, says that
Don't
baby.
impress me much. You can leave voicemails for us anytime you like. The After Hours line. It's 216-986-8903.
Hi, Alan. It's Allison. I am one of the girls that put our boobs and butt on the glass on Sunday. And you said that we would never do it when you guys are actually in studio. Challenge accepted. We will be back. Mark my words. Hate the show. Love you guys. Bye.
Okay, well, I will believe it when I see it.
You know, I just shared that video, the Sir Mix-a-Lot put him on the glass video with somebody, with a couple of people the other day. They'd never heard it, and I was like, oh, this is the best. But you got to go to the Daily Motion version of it.
It's
Because
a classic
that's
banger.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds just like Baby Got Back, but it's put him on the glass,
Yeah.
and it is, in the uncensored version of the video, has a lot of boobs in it. It's very good.
That's right.
So, Allison, come put him on the glass.
Okay, well, we'll see. I mean, again, it's no big deal if there's nobody in this room on the weekend and you come down and put the pressed ham up there.
Well, I don't think this is fair. Can I authorize someone to get a pair of tickets if they coat the glass.
This isn't a pair of ticket situation.
What if they push the fruit basket up?
Yeah.
Against the they show the brain. No, no, thank you, because you're down there and I'm down here.
Oh man.
So, nope, sorry. When you're doing the Poundcake Show, you can do whatever you want to do. I wouldn't have even known that girl did that unless somebody told me. But
yeah, she
again,
tagged me in her story.
don't impress on me much. And don't come down here like our friend yesterday, the day before, with the stickers for pasties.
Had pasties on.
Talking about full-on smoosh in our studio window. You're a grown-ass woman. Out there in Mansfield, they are going to be celebrating the 30th anniversary of the Shawshank Redemption. Did you know that they shot the Shawshank Redemption at the Mansfield Reformatory? They should mention that. Next year will be the 30th anniversary, and they're going to be doing a whole thing of the film's shooting sites. It'll be basically this weekend next year for the 30th anniversary. The top-ranked movie of all time on IMDb.
Really?
I don't know what that means. There's a lot of ways to rank a movie. I guess just by the people voting on IMDb.
Okay, Morgan Freeman is 86 years old, so he was 56. But yeah, he does look the same. And just the perpetually old man. And
like a
he's so good, though. That movie is absolutely perfect.
Yeah, that's one of my, I don't know if it rises to the level of a hot take when people talk about more of an unpopular opinion that I think The Shawshank Redemption is not that great of a movie. My wife loves it. Gwen loves Shawshank Redemption. I saw it one time in the movie theater, and that was fine. But again, I must be in the minority on that.
That's not one that when you catch on cable, you don't just go, ooh, I'm just going to watch this the rest of the way through.
Click right past.
Oh, my goodness. You're a psycho.
Nope.
Of all your hot takes.
Well, because I remember reading the book. It was just a short story, I think, of Stephen King back in the day. And because I was way into Stephen King when I was coming up, so I was reading everything that he did. And then down the line, a little bit after college, they were like, oh, this movie is a Stephen King story. I'm like, ooh, I like that. It was Shawshank Redemption. I was like, oh, okay. And so, yeah, I went to go see it. It was fine. But I don't quite understand why it is so revered in cinema. But again, I'm in the minority on this because people love that movie.
It's a great story. There's the redemption acts part of it is huge. The acting is fantastic. The pacing is great. The cinematography is great. Like, it's just a great story from start to finish. And there's just so many iconic moments within it that are kind of like their own bottle. It's almost like a bunch of little series put into one movie. So it's wonderful.
I mean, listen, it's no Hudsucker Proxy. Let's be real.
Never seen that.
For your Tim Robbins fix, of course, Mr.
Oh, no, I've seen Hudsucker Proxy.
Mr. Krabs is in the Shawshank Redemption. So, yeah, Shawshank Redemption is at the very top of IMDb's top 250 movies of all time, and the American Film Institute has it at number 72 on the list of the 100 greatest American films. So 1 year from today, this weekend, they're going to be doing this 30th anniversary big deal out there where they shot the film out in Mansfield and Ashland and Upper Sandusky and all those places. So if you are a fan of that movie, or even if you live out that way, now's the time to figure out how you're going to fleece fans for something dumb that you made connected to the movie. So just think about that. You got a year to work on it. Whatever your particular skill might be. If you're a welder, weld some poop pipe keychains or something. Little souvenirs for people who are coming out next year.
Sometimes I do things that are so lazy that I'm proud of it. The other night, I bought a movie on iTunes that I own on DVD. Just so I wouldn't have to get out of bed. So I said, you know what? If Shawshank Redemption is under $15 on iTunes, I'm buying it. $14.99. And sold.
Here's Gary Gulman. Today's National Lazy Day, Poundcake. So take that into consideration before you go work out tonight.
This is already scheduled.
Don't sell yourself short. Okay. I've got to take a break. You want to send a text, 35192. AlanCoxShow.com is where your pictures will happen, and you can listen wherever you are on the iHeartRadio app.
An aquatic event 4 years in